Hi everyone, I'm Apollonia Ponti, your love, dating, and relationship coach. In this video, I'm going to talk about how important communication is in relationships. When you're in a relationship, it's extremely important to each other to have a safe zone. So there are so many incidents where men feel as though they may be undervalued in a relationship, and so as women. Or if they tell their girlfriend or their wife something, they'll get in an argument or they'll have to deal with disappointment. So that's why communication is the key to relationship and how you communicate. In this video, I'm going to tell you the ways men close off when it comes to communication. Communication is vital to any relationship and should never be taken for granted, but most oftentimes it is. Relationships can be our biggest test for our egos, for both partners. Why? Because our egos feeds us with expectations, with beliefs, or what the other person should be doing or should be saying. But in all actuality, we start to identify with our own expectations of them, then take offense to them when they're not being met. Then half the time, our spouse doesn't even know about the expectations that we set for them. And it continues to be this cycle that just goes around and around and around. Now, understanding that in a relationship, people are allowed to change, allowed to grow, and they're allowed to have setbacks. We weren't meant to be perfect. That's why it's so important that our spouse feels constantly supported. Here are some tips on how you can do this. Communication. The most difficult and awkward conversations you have, the more you gain trust with each other. Now, the way the conversations have to go is not taking offense, not having a lack of compassion for your partner when they communicate things, and understanding that just because you may be going to this direction and then your partner may be going to this direction, understanding that you both can meet in the middle. And how does that happen? Through communication. Because guess what? A year later, he might be here and you might be here. Relationships, and as time goes on, we continue to grow. But what happens in successful relationships is they're continuing to support each other. Now, another way to not communicate effectively is by being passive aggressive. You don't want to be passive aggressive with your partner because guess what happens? Men really end up shutting down and they might seek elsewhere. It doesn't give them any credit or any excuse that they should, but this sometimes happens in a lot of relationships that I see. Another key thing to do is to not listen and empathize with your partner, right? So not listening, meaning asking them questions and really trying to maybe work out the problem with them, empathizing with them. How does it make you feel, honey? How can I help you? That is the number one question in relationships, and good relationships too, and healthy relationships, is when the partner asks, how can I help you? Even if it's something that you don't agree with. Guess what? You're their partner and they need to be and feel supported. Don't ever betray or belittle your partner. Call them names, call them stupid, call them worthless. These actions, they speak really highly of a relationship. So you want to value your relationship and be so careful with your words. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe below. And if you have any comments or need any advice, please feel free to comment and I'll answer your comments personally. So till next time, see you later. Bye.